Hi, I'm Jamie Dalswell, the Managing Director of Sustainable Aviation Futures. And today I'm speaking with Claudia Huegel, who's responsible for group-wide sustainability and ESG rating and reporting at Luftansa Group. Claudia is a member of the advisory board for the Sustainable Aviation Futures Congress, which is taking place in Amsterdam this May 21st to the 23rd. Claudia, thanks so much for joining us today. Claudia, could you share a brief background about yourself and the activities you're responsible for in your role within Lufthansa?
Yes, I'm very happy to share this. So yes, as you just said, my name is Claudia Huegel, and I'm responsible for the entire ESG rating and reporting for Lufthansa Group, which comprises an array of airlines, but also other business units. I'm doing this already now in my 7th year. It's just unbelievable. And it all started off when we got the first directive from the EU Commission, so that big companies have to report on ESG. So this is what I'm doing since then. But I do interact very much also with investor relations. So like nearly every other week, there's an investor who's asking more and more about sustainability. And so this is also my role to engage with the institutional investors and also more and more on the financier side. So I think now also each of the credits has a component of ESG. And so this is what we are thinking of. And maybe if I might allude a little bit on this, because people think very often, okay, reporting, you push some buttons and then a report comes out. So I'm very happy that last week our annual report came out, because the report is about 70 pages now, and it's part of our management report. It's been externally audited. And I always say that the report is just the final product, but to get to it, you are, and me, myself, I'm very much involved in the strategic part of ESG to see, okay, what do we want to report? Where do we need to go? What investors or all our stakeholders are looking for? So it is more on the front, yeah, to have sort of a radar function. And then, of course, to talk all the business units, but also the corporate functions, and see whether we can make it. So this is how I would put it.
Thank you so much. What a great introduction. And in terms of Lufthansa's goals, what are they in relation to corporate responsibility and sustainability?
Well, I mean, being an airline operator and being in a very hard to abate industry, of course, there's a strong focus on CO2 mitigation, on CO2 reduction. Yeah, so we do have aligned all the time. I mean, since 2008 with the IATA, with the different goals. And of course, we are aligned with IATA now with the carbon neutrality in 2050. But of course, on top of that, we have set already in 2019 a goal to halve our net CO2 emissions by 2030 on the basis of 2019. We have gone even further. We've been the first European airline group with a validated science-based target commitment. So we want to reduce our carbon intensity by 30.6 percentage points, also in comparison to 2019. So of course, there's a lot ongoing also on ground. We want to be carbon neutral on ground by 2030. So a lot of focus, of course, is on CO2, which is the natural, which is the given. But beside of that, of course, we look also very much into reducing waste. Yeah, so we have also waste targets. And moving further along from the environmental goals, we do have also targets within our female or our women's rate within managerial positions. There also we are aligned with IATA with the 25 by 25. We're very much also on inclusion. So it is the whole thing. And it is also not only since we have to report on it since 2017, we have reported on it for the last 25 or even 30 years. So it is a given for us. So it's nothing which only came out because the regulatory companies or the government companies were asking us.
That's great. Thank you so much for that. And just a final question is, obviously you'll be speaking in a panel discussion at the Sustainable Aviation Futures Congress in Amsterdam this May, which will focus on greenwashing in the aviation industry. Always a very interesting topic, shall we say, to include on the program. From your perspective, just to give a little snapshot into the session, what best practices can airlines follow to avoid being accused of greenwashing?
Yeah, this is a topic which is, of course, very close to my heart because when you try to report as transparent as possible, and I must say that all our ESG report from the very beginning has been externally audited with a limited assurance. To me, there is no way really for greenwashing because it's been really audited, yeah, by one of the big fours. So, and I think this really needs to be clearly also demonstrated, and therefore I decided to go into this panel because I think the worst thing you can do within aviation is to do over-promising and under-delivering. I think this is in any case not a good thing, but especially within sustainability, you ruin your reputation immediately. So, but of course, there are stakeholders who always find a reason to claim greenwashing. And I think we need to be in our industry very transparent. What we do, we need to have, I mean, a good thing is really to have audited reports, yeah, because there can't be any greenwashing. And now also with the upcoming of the EU taxonomy, which is in simple words, explained that the percentage of your CapEx revenue and OpEx, which is considered sustainable, it's also been proven. It's also been within insurance. So I think this is the good part about reporting, that you really can say, so what you do, this is really transparent, and there should not be any saying about greenwashing. And what I always push within our company is, so whenever you have our report, our non-financial statement with these 70 over pages, I still also have a fact sheet, which I'm about now to publish. Take this as a basis whenever you need to communicate, either if it's internally or externally. So there, really take it as it is and take the verbs, take the adjectives, yeah, because it is very thought through what we are writing there, and we only write what we are really doing. So as you can see, this is really a subject which is very, very close to my heart.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I look forward to reading the fact sheet as well when it's published and released, and really look forward to the panel discussion during Sustainable Aviation Futures Congress as well. Claudia, thank you so much for joining us today.